Hello everyone and welcome to the second official video of the Right video series. Today's video is going to be about how you can go about writing a professional letter or email to someone. Like I said in my first video, which I will link down below, emailing someone a professional letter or sending them a professional letter is very important, especially when you're dealing with businesses and people you want to work for. In this video, I'm actually going to share with you guys a few tactics that I did when I emailed my letter to Godiva, and I actually am working for them now. And one of the reasons why they said they called me back so fast was because of the email that I sent them. And so I figured, this topic is very important because it's summertime. We're all trying to secure jobs. So I thought I would go about telling you guys how you can do that successfully and how you can impress those employers. It's also very important that you guys are aware of the proper way to contact your instructors or your professors by email, because that is very important as well. Alright guys, so obviously before we can actually learn how to email someone professionally, we need to understand when it is appropriate to email someone professionally. So, for starters, you want to make sure that you email professionally anyone who has a high position of authority to you, as well as anyone you would normally communicate with professionally. So, some examples include employers, instructors, and admissions officers. I'm sure you guys can think of a lot more, but those are just three that I thought of. And in my opinion, it's best to communicate professionally at all times. For example, if I'm like texting a friend or something, or if I'm emailing a professor that I'm really close to, I like to communicate with them professionally at all times because I feel like I'm building up respect for myself when I do. Alright guys, so now that we've covered all that, it's time to learn how to create a subject for your email. This is very important because it is the first thing recipients will see when they come across your email, and it also depends on the content of your email. So, for example, the subject of an email that involves you inquiring about a job is going to be completely different from the subject of an email that involves you inquiring about a class that you are currently enrolled in with your professor. Also, you want to make sure to keep the subject of your email as professional as possible. You also want to make sure to keep it short, sweet, and to the point because trust me guys, no one is going to want to read a lengthy subject. Okay guys, so like I said, I was going to give you some examples. So for starters, the subject of the Godiva email that I used was Amelia Hope Alamdar, interested in becoming a part-time chocolatier. So notice how it includes my name, it gives the reader insight into what the email is going to be about, and it's short, sweet, and to the point. I definitely recommend that you guys use this as a guide when you construct your subjects for your emails from now on. Okay guys, so now that you've created the perfect subject for your email, it's time to introduce yourself. So you want to go ahead and tell the person you're emailing who you are and why you're emailing them. And this is basically just going to set the tone for the entire piece. So to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about, I have two examples here, and the first one kind of deals with it's actually the same exact introduction that I used when I emailed Godiva. So I actually said, "Hello, my name is Amelia Hope Alamdar, and I recently applied to work as a part-time chocolatier for Godiva Retail Store 506. I am writing you this email to not only express my sincere interest in working for the company, but to also da 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 da. You guys get the idea." And then I also made an example if you're dealing with like your professor or something. So I said, "Hello, Professor Sanders. My name is Amelia Hope Alamdar, and I am a student in your English 101 course. I was wondering if you would be willing to meet with me sometime tomorrow. I have a few questions about the upcoming exam that I would like your help with." Both of the examples kind of draw the reader in. They tell them who you are and why you're emailing them, and they pretty much set the tone for the entire email or letter. And I like to think that they also drag the reader in some sort of a way because it makes the reader want to keep reading and hearing about what you have to say. Okay, guys, so I just want to let you know before we get into this part of the presentation that this part of the presentation does not apply to an email that you would send to your professors. It actually just applies to employers. But the previous sections applied to both emails that you would send to your professors and employers. This one right now just applies to your employers. But I will let you guys know from here on out which ones apply to professors and which ones apply to employers and which ones apply to both. So now that we've gotten that taken care of, it's time to go on to this section of your email, which is telling the person you're emailing, aka your employers, all about who you are. This is your chance to make a great first impression on anyone you are applying to work for. You want to go ahead and tell them your age, your educational background, your skills, experiences, and at least 2 to 3 accomplishments that relate to the job you're applying for. Once again, this is your chance to convince the company that you would make the perfect addition to their team, so make sure that you do that successfully and very professionally as well. Okay guys, so now that you've done all of that, it is time to express your concerns, questions, or your desire for the job. This really depends on who you're emailing, be it an instructor or an employer that you would like to work for. Obviously, if it's an employer, you want to go ahead and let the company know what you love about them and how those qualities apply to your personality. So an actual sentence from my Godiva email that relates to this kind of concept is, Finally, I have also been able to interact with individuals from a variety of different backgrounds, both on and off campus, through organizations and volunteering opportunities. So notice how in this sentence, I'm basically listing a positive trait that I have, which is that I've had experience interacting with individuals from a variety of different backgrounds, which you definitely have to do as a chocolatier for Godiva, let me tell you. And this also, you want to go ahead and let the company know how working for them will positively impact you as an individual. I think that's great too. You also want to go ahead and if it's a professor that you're emailing, go ahead and let them know of any questions or concerns you may have for them in this section of your email as well. So for our conclusion, you want to go ahead and start off by writing a memorable sentence to conclude the email. So an example of this kind of memorable sentence idea that I actually used in my Godiva email is, if given the opportunity to work as a chocolatier for Godiva, I assure you that I will be remembered as one of the best Godiva employees ever known. In my opinion, I definitely think this sentence has something special about it. It definitely has the wow factor and it leaves the reader speechless. It also gives them something to remember me by that helps me to stand out as an applicant. You also want to go ahead and give them your phone number and your email just in case they need to contact you, and make sure to thank them for reading your email and considering your application, because trust me guys, they're taking precious time out of their days to do this for you. So I mean, you're pretty much required to thank them, to be honest. After that, you want to go ahead and say, I look forward to hearing from you soon. This is basically supposed to have the intention of reminding them to get back with you without seeming too pushy. Finally, we need to talk about how you're going to create your signature for the email or letter. So for this section, you want to go ahead and personalize it, but make it elegant at the same time. So some common examples for signatures nowadays include sincerely and yours truly, and then of course your name. I personally like to go with sincerely at all times when I write my signatures because I feel like sincerely can relate to anyone that you're emailing, but really it just depends on your preference. Alright guys, so now we're going to talk about some things to avoid when you are sending an email or letter to someone. So one thing to avoid is using the word hey. Obviously, this is not very professional. It's kind of more like how you would communicate with your close friends or family. And remember how we talked about when you're emailing someone a professional letter, you want to email them in a professional manner. Also, you want to avoid excessive wording because this may cause you to lose the reader's attention. In addition, you want to also refrain from sending numerous emails on a daily basis because you may lose respect for yourself. You also want to try to space them out or try calling the recipient instead, just so you don't annoy them and get on their nerves, you know? Alright guys, so I'm sure you're all curious to know why exactly this works. So for starters, everyone sends in an application, but not everyone is going to send in a letter to go along with it, and that's what will make you stand out as an applicant. But you also have to keep in mind that you will need to do more than just send in a professional email to get the job that you want. And if you want to find out more about how you can do this, then please make sure to check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Amarillia. I'll be posting a video within the next few weeks to tell you guys a little bit more about what I did in order to get the job at Godiva. So guys, with all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. That is the end of today's video. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means so much to me that you guys are watching and enjoying my videos. If you have any video requests, then please make sure to let me know what they are. You can Instagram them, you can comment them as a Facebook comment, whatever you guys want to do. Make sure to check out the Right Way website, the YouTube page, Facebook page, Instagram page, all that good stuff. And also, I want to let you guys know this is kind of a last minute tip, but make sure to ask for help when you need it. Like my brother and dad definitely helped me a little bit here and there during this whole Godiva interview process and emailing process. I want to wish all of you good luck. If this doesn't work, then obviously the job wasn't meant to be, and you'll find something that's even better, just like I did with Godiva. I will see you guys in my next video. Good luck. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.